Young drivers, best young drivers in the world will go racing for the Formula 2 title. We start the season in Bahrain. We're underway for a new championship. A lot of wheel spin for Giotto, and he's going to be jumped not only by Delatraz, but by De Vries as well. De Vries is challenging Delatraz for the lead of the race as they go down to the first corner of the championship, and it's Delatraz who has the lead. Latifi looking to go inside, and look, Giotto's been swallowed. He's down to 6th already. Nightmare start off the line for Giotto, the pole sitter. There is Mick Schumacher contending his way. He's still behind Giotto, though, at this stage. De Vries on the defensive as he looks to keep Latifi behind, and that's Aiken getting very close indeed to the Carlin and Matsushita, who will leave himself vulnerable there. Side by side, Latifi and De Vries. This is for second place, and now it belongs to Nicholas Latifi, who's got himself up from 4th on the grid to 2nd in the race. But the big winner at the start, Johnny, was Delatraz as they continue to battle down into turn number 8. This was the start. Watch the pole sitter in the yellow and black car sinking down, and he gets himself down to 6th in the order. 5 cars passing him before it even got to the braking zone of turn number 1. We saw it on the formation lap, and then that continued going down to turn 1. Real disappointment. Great start for Delatraz. Didn't make any errors. Watch the wheel spin there for Giotto.
Yeah, awful. It was always going to happen, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, he had to do the best he could. He didn't stall it. So that's the most important thing as well. Again, he got off the line eventually. And I think the drive was lost because he had already been 10 metres behind everybody else to get himself up to speed. And as they go into turn 1, trying to get themselves out of trouble very well, keeping himself a little bit wide there. I was having a look at Sete Camera, actually. He just got blocked in. Here we go, off the line again.
Oh, horrible.
All that wheel spin. It's something you have got no chance of controlling with all the torque that these engines still produce with these tyres.
So De Vries in 3rd. Last time around, 0.2 of a second faster than Latifi. But oh, there's a spin. There's a big spin in the background there. That's Sean Galeo in the Prema making the mistake. And well, that was reminiscent of Felipe Massa all those years ago down at turn number 1, but he lost it in a big way in the background, and a super run for him, best ever qualifying, comes to an end in the race down at turn number 1. Now let's have a little look at the DRS at the back.
Yeah,
it's still open when he hits the brakes.
Yeah,
not what you want as a driver in any way, and he was surprised. That is the reason why, and we are grateful up here that he didn't collect anyone else.
Even by going over the curb like he was, really giving the car a lot of shot, the DRS still stayed open, so it does look as if it's definitely locked open there. Scary moment there, very scary moment.
Horrible lap last time around for Louis Delatraz, 0.3 of a second slower than Latifi, and it's why we've got a 3-way battle for the lead. We've also got a 3-way battle for 4th position further down the road. So now Delatraz has to use all of his defensive skill, and last year when he had a car problem in Monaco, we saw that for lap after lap when he was with the Charouz team. Now with Carlin, the reigning team champions, he's going to have to show it to us all over again, and Matsushita has got past Aiken earlier in the lap, and now Aiken has to regroup and try and keep the guy who started from pole behind him. But this is for the lead of the race. Delatraz going to the defensive. Latifi trying to pass him. Latifi has been so much quicker in the last laps, but now can he execute the move? He can go all the way around the outside, and that is an outstanding way to take the lead. We go on board with Giotto, who's trying to get alongside Matsushita. Is he going to risk it now into the braking zone of turn 13? Oh, it's so close, and he gets ahead. Wasn't a great time to lose pitches, but he's gone through. So Matsushita in 5th, ahead of the orange car of Aiken, but not for much longer. Aiken with the DRS and a chance to get back through, and he does. Up to 5th place he goes. Matsushita down to 6th, Hubert giving chase, and Sergio Sete Camera, I think in clean air, would probably be the quickest of the lot of them. This is Sergio Sete Camera very nearly running into the back.
That wasn't planned.
Oh, it wasn't at all. And he would have easily got past the Campos ahead without that moment. As it was, he was just lucky to keep it out of the runoff. And here is the leader giving a huge amount of wheel spin there.
Good start.
On his 3rd start of the day. He's able to get away now. He's been passed by Nick De Vries, who is ahead of Matsushita and Delatraz. But remember, the guys at the front of the race at the moment did stop earlier on, so the pendulum may well swing back to those who stop later when you have the tyre life in the crucial last few moments of the race. Few moments ago, Nicholas Latifi getting up to the pace that we saw when he took an enormous lead of this race and getting past Louis Delatraz. And remember, Delatraz had got that position because he'd used the undercut strategy. He'd come in early, he'd got onto the new rubber with the more grip, he'd set the super lap times, but now Latifi on the identical rubber gets him back and up to third position. Here comes Latifi, one Carlin, one lap ago. He's got another one down into turn number one. Up to second position he goes. Matsushita down to third, or will he leave the nose in? Thought about it. And Dam said never give up. They have dropped down the order. They are now fighting their way back through. On board with the race leader. Will he still be the race leader as they go down to turn number one? No is the answer to that. Nicholas Latifi roaring past to retake the lead that he lost in the sequence of pit stops. Like a bullet, he goes back into the lead of the opening feature race of the year. That wasn't even a contest down to turn one. Schumacher going to the inside and just about hanging on, and Zhu having an attack there on a Lacey, and he's got there. And a Lacey just about hanging on to the position, but Zhu has got the DRS, and now Schumacher run off the road by Nikita Mazepin, and Mazepin has been overtaken by Schumacher, who went the long way round to get that move completed, and he's back into the points. We're on board with the son of the seven-time world champion. Lock up there for Nikita Mazepin will open the door for Boschong, and it does, as Boschong gets through up to 11th place, and Boschong now, as he was a few moments ago, putting the pressure on Schumacher, but this time they're a place up the order. Now in the background, Giotto looking to make the move on two of them at the same time. We're on board with Luca Giotto. Look at the speed he's got as he goes past Delatraz and Camera into turn one. Two cars in one corner for Luca Giotto. He is up to fourth place in some style.
Yeah, this has been a very mature drive, I have to say, from Giotto. He's taken his time.
Oh,
another overtake, yes.
Delatraz getting past Matsushita, who won't like that one little bit. Could be
No.
tears. No, they just about avoid contact. And that opens the door in the background for Hubert. Are we going to go three wide? Hubert looking like he's on a different track right now. So much more speed. Past one Carlin, past another Carlin. Excellent stuff on debut for Antoine Hubert. That is majestic stuff to just position the car wonderfully, and he's got past both Carlin. Nick De Vries, he's to the inside. Can he hang on to the position? Does De Vries have an answer? I think the answer is no. And Louis Delatraz improves on the 32nd and last lap of this opening feature race of the year. And here is the race leader, a dominant performance for Nicholas Latifi. His finest drive by far in Formula 2. This has been outstanding, and now he can see the checkered flag. Nicholas Latifi wins in Formula 2 for the third time, and it's been so dominant he can cruise across the line. Super stuff from the Canadian, our first winner of 2019. And Schumacher has managed to get past. He's up to 8th. So it's Latifi, Giotto, Sete Camera, Hubert, Delatraz, De Vries, Aitken, and on reverse grid pole, Mick Schumacher found a way to get past Nobuharu Matsushita. It's points on debut, and tomorrow on pole, we've got a Schumacher.
Schumacher, yeah. Great, there we are. This is the move. Again, defence on the inside. Is he going to commit himself? Look at that, brilliant. He's going to do the undercut. Yeah,
just
brilliant stuff. Brilliant bit of thought process, forcing your fellow driver on the inside. Always going to be difficult to sort of come out of the corner, but brilliantly done on the exit.
Nicholas Latifi, the class of the field by a long way. Great pace today ahead of Giotto, who was extremely disappointed to find himself with those start line issues, and a good recovery drive from Sergio Sete Camera, getting himself up to third from 8th on the grid. I say though, big shout for driver of the day, Antoine Hubert on debut. When other rookies were struggling with the tyres, he didn't in 4th. And then we had Delatraz in 5th ahead of De Vries, and then Aitken, Schumacher on reverse grid pole, Matsushita and Zhu the final point scorers. Then Boschong, Alesi, Calderon 13th on debut ahead of Eilert, Boccolacci, Correa, King, Raghunathan, and then Mazepin was 19th, the final finisher, and Sean Galeon was our only retirement.